Tashi Delek, everybody. Tashi Delek. Welcome to Sunday Meditation. I am Kat Hedrick, one of our volunteers here at the center. Before we get started, I wanted to ask, is anyone here for the first time today? Don't be shy, raise your hands. Welcome. Glad to see you. Now, everyone who didn't raise their hands, if you have questions, ask them. Okay, no. So again, anyone else want to raise your hands? No, I'm just teasing. But before we get started, I do have a couple announcements. If you haven't already silenced your cell phones, please do so at this time. Put your phones away so you can be fully present for the talk and the meditation. If you must use your phone, please do so outside the meditation hall. Now we would like to invite you to join us for our weekly Tuesday events with Medicine Buddha practice at 6 p.m. and our public talk at 7 p.m. This week, our Tuesday evening talk, Geshe Phende will continue speaking on the 37 practices of a bodhisattva. On Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m., the Drepung Loseling monks conduct evening prayers for His Holiness the Dalai Lama's long life and for other teachers. On Thursdays at 4:30 p.m., the Loseling monks conduct the Protector Puja for smooth journeys, successive interviews, and medical treatments, new businesses, etc. Our popular 5-class foundation series continues April 11th with the 4 immeasurables: loving kindness, compassion, joy, and equanimity. This one-day retreat via Zoom focuses on the 4 immeasurables, which are cultivated to extend towards sentient beings with a mind free of bias. This series is a prerequisite for the intermediate series and other retreats. We are thrilled to announce the upcoming book release of Engaged Compassion by our founder and spiritual director, Geshe Tenzing Nege, PhD, and this will be released on May 12th. On Sunday, May 17th, Geshe will lead our 11 a.m. meditation and host a book signing afterwards. Pre-orders are available now through all major booksellers. Pre-ordering is a wonderful way to support the launch of this meaningful work. There's more information on this in our lobby. As a reminder, please do not park on the grass along the driveway or behind the building. If the lot is full, overflow parking can be found via Skyline Drive at the John Lewis Elementary School outside of school operating hours. Only access the school parking lot via Skyline Drive, and then you walk through to our site. Information on all events can be found in the lobby and on our website at drepung.org. If anyone is interested in volunteering opportunities to get more involved in supporting our center and programs, please see me or anybody with a name tag. If you are interested in becoming a member to support our ongoing programs and take advantage of benefits like discounts on courses and retreats, applications are available in the library, or, of course, you can register online. There's a donation box near the entrance to this room. Your generous support helps us to continue to offer programs and services like this to our Atlanta community and those around the world through our online platforms. Now please stand as we invite our teacher, Geshe Phende, to come in and lead our meditation today.
Okay, so today we'll meditate on self-compassion meditation. So before we start the meditation, I always first give you a little information about the self-compassion meditation. And the most important part is how we should use the self-compassion in your day-to-day life. That's the most important part. Meditation itself is 20-30 minutes, but keep this meditation in use in your day-to-day life, or meditation you apply in your daily life. That's the most important part, and that will really help to change oneself, your way of your thinking and way of your behaves. That's need to change. So that changing will start it when you try to apply this meditation in your daily. Therefore, you need to understand what is this meditation, how do we use this meditation, and mostly how should we apply this. The first point is, as human beings, right, we all always want to live happy in peace, do not want suffering. Therefore, the purpose of our meditation is to help us something better human beings, something helps to reduce our sufferings. Then how should this meditation can help us to reduce our suffering? How should your meditation help you to live more happier life, more peaceful life? Is mainly, the main point comes to your mind. That's the main point. So everything started from the mind. So when your mind is something turned towards negative side more, then where your thinking, your behavior, your lifestyle, everything is turned into negative. So that's create problem towards oneself, towards your family, towards the societies, everywhere. Doesn't matter externally life how much you gain, how much you're successful, right? So your problem will remain same things. So that is why we need to understanding to taking care one's own mind. So in order to take care of the mind, you need to understand there are certain types of the mind who hurt us, who create problem toward oneself, towards others. Those type of mind, those type of emotions, you need to change them, reduce them, suppress them. Don't support those emotions. Don't adopt these emotions. And there are certain type of mind which really creates peace, happy, harmony, what you call turn one's person to the much better human beings. So those mind you need to adopt, you need to support them, you need to grow this. So to do these things, how should we do? It's only through the meditation. And that's why we do meditation. Right? It's about that. It's nothing to do with some kind of I meditate and the energy come and it changed me or something, or I meditate, I'm on the sky or blah, blah. This is not, I'm not sure they may have these things. I have no experience any of these things, but I'm not sure how much it's benefit, and it's real like this, or it's just you imagine, not sure. But the main point is something we need to change our way of our thinking, way of our lifestyle, our behavior. Need to change that. So when you see your mind is really changed towards more love, more compassion, more patience, altruism, you can see your way of your thinking, way of your behavior, everything will be changed. Your lifestyle will be changed. When you go more negative side, too much anger, too much greed, too much arrogance, jealousy, selfish, when you go towards more this negative mind, the individual person, when these people use this emotion, themselves suffer, means disturbed. Their mind always they disturbed it. And not only that, their thinking, their behave, their lifestyle, everything goes towards something negative. And that's not only hurts you, also hurts to other people. So we meditate means they change those mind from negative to positive. So that we need to first think, to understand that. So now, how should we change those negative mind, right? Anger, hatred, jealousy, arrogance, selfish. We have so much this negative emotion. So first, in order to change them, reduce them, right? You, of course, you are the only the person can change. Nobody come here to change for you. Doesn't matter you can offer $billion and $1 million. Of course, nobody, right? Nobody come to some power and take out your anger, put your love and compassion. It's, right now we don't have this. I'm not sure future. Maybe the technology I'm not sure what they're going to do. But right now it's nothing there. It's absolutely individual responsibility. And nobody will do for you. So that's first we should understanding. My negative emotion, I am the person can change. I am the person can able to eliminate, eradicate, these kind of destructive emotion. Nobody else. This is my responsibility. And not only that, I am the only the person can able to do, nothing else. And as a human being, all of us has exactly same power, same potential to overcome this destructive emotion. Everybody has same potential, same powers. From the Buddhist perspective, which we usually it called Buddha nature. So they believe, all entire beings has exactly, they all have same Buddha nature. Not only human beings, even animals, we believe has a Buddha nature. What that means everybody has same power, same potential to overcome their destructive emotion, their mental afflictions. It's showing why everybody has same potential, because nature of mind is really pure. Nature of the mind is very pure. Destructive emotions, mental afflictions are the temporary, polluted, right? So it's showing it is separable. So nature of our mind is really, really pure. There are many reasons. One of very easy reason is, for instance, the anger. Anger is not human nature. If anger is our nature, right, then this emotion, when it arises, we have to feel comfortable, suitable. It's not suit with your body, it's not suit with your mind. That means it's not nature. So there's something there. As soon as when this emotion arises, it disturbs your mind. It disturbs your physical health, right? That means this is something temporary, some kind of obstacle disturbs you. If this is your nature, when there comes, you have to be compatible, you have to be suitable, right? That's showing these are not our nature. This is just, we are so much familiar with this emotion. That's why it's become very easy to arise. But this is not nature. Right? If this is our nature, then when this emotion arises, we have to be very comfortable. That's your nature. Showing it's not suit with your body and your mind, that means it's not your nature. It's contradicting. So what they're showing means that means it is separable. You can separate them. You can eliminate them, right? So that's why every beings, right, all of us, so when this anger, hatred, resentment, jealousy, these emotions, as soon as when they arises, what they're going to do, it disturbs you, right? It's something disturbs you. Nobody's saying, when I feel angry, I'm very happy, right? Nobody's saying that. As soon as when you feel that, you say, oh, it really disturbs me, it really hurts me, it really makes me not happy now. So that showing it is not your nature. So what should you do? You should try to separate them. You not welcome them. When they arises, don't support them, right? Generally, we all welcoming this emotion. We support this emotion. We follow whatever they give you instruction. And ended up what they do, it hurts you. It harms to other beings. You are going to lose everything. That's the result of these emotions. So therefore, now we learn these many things. How much we learn external material, same kind of education, we learn our inner emotions. There's certain type of emotion, we need to get rid of them. So first we learn that. That's why here first giving this instruction or talking about self-compassion is we're learning first little things, these emotions. So then when you're knowing this, it gives you some kind of hope. That first very, very important. You have to have hope to overcome your anger, your hatred, your jealousy, your arrogance, your selfish, right, your greed, all come to this destructive emotion. It is possible, and I can able to do it. So this information gives you encourage, gives you some kind of hope, right? That's what the first. Because this talk, from the Buddhist perspective, when we say meditate, right? Meditation, of course there are hundreds of meditation, but I mainly put it into two categories. One called analytical meditation, contemplating meditation. One is called single pointedness of meditation, concentrate. So analytical meditation is the mind, you're analyzing, you're thinking through that, you're changing way of your thinking. That's called the analytical. So before we meditate single pointedness, here when I talk, it's part of the analytical meditation. I give you the information, you think, right? You utilize your wisdom. Think, oh, this is yes, oh, this is wrong. Yes, now you're realizing what mistake you're doing, what is right, all these things you have to reflect it. So when I giving here information, anger is bad, that means yes, my boss is very angry. Yes. So if you look on that perspective, then it's not benefit to you. It's nothing. So when each of this information, when you're learning, you apply to yourself. Yes, I have this anger issue. Yes, I feel jealous. Yes, I often feel arrogance. When you become little success in your material world, then, I'm the something. That's the ego, it's the arrogance, right? So then you see somebody very success, doesn't matter, even your friend or even your family member, success, you feel something's jealous, right? It's all kind of emotion. So this emotion, what they're going to do, it hurts you. That's the point. So when I talk here, you should apply it to yourself. I myself talking, I apply to myself, right? You guys apply to yourself. That's how when your actual meditation comes, it really helps you. Minds can go that way. So we have to take your mind into this guide to the self-compassion. It's not easy. You want to go there, your mind still not wants to go there. Your mind go to this direction. It's very difficult to pull it back there. That's why this talk, it's helping you follow that, right? To accept. Your heart should be accept this information. When your heart accepts it, then your mind listen, right? That's why before your meditation, the talks are really, really important, because these meditations are not just simple you focus on the breath, right? This is something to change one side, one life, to change one's mind, so that you need lots of information. Therefore, this, before start the self-compassion. So I give this talk. So the first, when I say Buddha nature or the nature of mind, is these all thinking about these to help you to feel something courage. Even I'm very angry person, I'm very jealous person, or I'm this or that, whatever you have, you don't need to feel guilt or bad to oneself. Rather, I'm realizing that, but these are changeable. It's not my nature. There's nothing to blame to me. Blame to my anger, blame to my ego, blame to my jealousy. My anger is not me, right? It's part of my mind, but it's not me. I eliminate anger doesn't mean I eliminate myself, right? So that's why gives you some idea. Yes, recognizing each of these destructive emotion give you something hope and something new desire, or encouraging oneself, I will going to start change my life. Since childhood till today, I follow with my anger, jealousy, arrogance, this destructive emotion. What you get it? Nothing. Suffering is the only thing I got it now. I suffer by follow with this destructive emotion. Now it's opened the eye. I realizing my enemy is within me. It's here. My anger, my ego, my arrogance. External enemies is just temporary. It's not big deal. You can hide them, you can run away with them, you can do it. But this internal enemy, where should you run? You go to the bedroom, it will come with you. You go to the bathroom, it will come with you there, right? You put it 100 security around there, cannot stop them. It's very danger, and it comes everywhere. As soon as when these enemies comes, what they're going to do? It hurts you. It disturbs you constantly. So then, why are you welcoming this? Why are you still supporting this? Right? When we say a word called stupid, this is the real, the things which is hurting you for decades and decades, you still make friends with them. You're still welcoming them. Right? That's, you do not know who's the one who hurting you. So that's how you should learn, oh yes, now I'm realizing that. Now what should I need to do? I need to get rid of them. I need to stay far with this. I need to stay away with this. So in order to stay away, in order to get rid of them, first I know it is separable. I can eliminate them. All of us have same potential. Now, second, what we need to do in order to get rid of this destructive emotion, from deep of my heart, I really need to feel dislike to my destructive emotion. Feel concern, feel dislike. We are not that much feeling that, right? We have not that much concern to our anger, hatred, jealousy, destructive emotion. We have a little skin problem here, something little, whatever line or something comes here, whatever color, some change. We're so much concerned that, worry about this, right, in your skin, maybe specific for the face. Then we worry, we're looking what kind of treatments in there. So there's so much things to do. But the real danger is this destructive emotion. We don't have any concern, any worry, right? Why? Why we don't have this? Because we don't know these disadvantages of this destructive emotion. We don't realizing. We do not know that. So therefore, first, you should understanding disadvantages of your own destructive emotion. That's the most important education. We need to really to learn that. So disadvantages of destructive emotion, for instance, anger, right? Just look about that emotion, anger. First thing is, as soon as that emotion arises, as soon as this emotion arises, what they're going to do? It's destroy your peace of mind, your happiness. For instance, if you arrange beautiful party, right? You put so much money to arrange this party. For what? For happiness, of course, right? You enjoying, party, enjoying, spend so much money. As soon as that anger arises, what they're going to do? Your happiness, joy, it's gone. It's take over. Doesn't matter how fancy put it there. Soon as that anger arises in the party, your happiness is gone. Then what they're going to do? You put beautiful dress, right? Put all these colors in your face. So I always say, so that's real. I really feel it. We put so much things there to put lots of money, lots of time. So this little round face becomes so expensive, right? This expensive, beautiful face, what's they going to do? As soon as that anger arises, this expensive, beautiful face turns into very scary, ugly face, right? We say it's angry face. Means everybody see that face. What feel? Feel scared. That's called the ugly, right? So you put so much money to this beautiful, it's not beautiful at all. Who steal that beautiful? Anger. That's how they ruin you. Ruins your face. So now what's the benefit? Showing this kind of face, everybody who ever see this face, you're giving that message, I am danger person, right? You don't need to say. Whoever saw this kind of, they feel scared. They feel step back. Even they're not going to tell you, they step back, giving the message to showing, I'm danger. So that destroys your dignities. They're destroying your values. They're destroying your relationship now, your friendship. Just that anger, how much damage? First, destroy your happiness. It ruins all your money. Destroy your beautiful face and everything. Destroy everything, your family, your relationship, everything. By whom? All of them that's deep there is that anger, that emotion did these things. So just one anger, how much is damaging you? Sometimes the people you've been, most of the people in the young age, we spend money, time to education, right? Becomes very good educated person, very smart, get very good job, but very good, very talented, very good job. But finally, some people, the issue is the anger, the mental, too much ego, too much jealousy. These destructive emotions ruin their professional life, right? You see some of them very good education, everything good, but their real life is not happy life. Go to the family problem, go to the job problems. Why they have this problem? Because of the mind is not pure. It's something too much negative there. So it's ruining everything, right? So they say, oh, very good, very good, very good, everything. There's a little tail there, but too much angry, but too much ego. So that little tail ruin all these qualities, right? In the society, you say, oh yes, very talented, very smart, very good experience. But then there's a little tail. Tell that too much ego, too much anger, too much jealous. Just that little tail makes that destroyer. You put beautiful, delicious food there, you put one drop of poison in that food. It ruins everything, right? That's how these destructive emotions do for our life. So the majority people, we have lack of understanding our inner emotion, what they're doing, how they're functioning. Lack of understanding our inner world. We spend so much in material, really put so much effort, become very good. But the real their life is not satisfied, missing. Their life is still missing. And the deep of their inside there, too much sad, too much depression, too much fear. So real life is not happy peace. But they're working very hard, everything they're doing. Why? They don't get it, that happy, full of happy life, because of this internal world. They don't know how to handle it. They do not know how to take care. So that's why they ended up this destructive emotions taking over them, ruin them. So through understanding of disadvantages of your destructive emotion, even your physical life is really simple job, very simple. But the family members, when they live with tremendous love each other, patience, tolerance, forgiveness, compassion, when they have so much good internal qualities, even material qualities, very simple, this family, very happy family, harmony, always be very joy. Even they drink one simple cup of coffee, so much joy, very tasty. Why? Because their mind is very pure. So that keeps you full of joy. But external, very fancy food is very expensive food, very expensive cups, very expensive, all these things there. But the individual, the family members, too much ego, too much anger, too much jealousy, too much negative mind. Even the point when they stay together drinking, they're fighting, they're screaming each other. Not joy, not happy there. It's kind of the happiness just showing, but there's nothing. Real person is not happy. If this is not happy, then what is the purpose of working very hard? What is the purpose of wearing very fancy dress? It's for happiness, right? That's our main goal. But the real main thing, they don't get it. But they still go to do these things, right? You put the fancy dress on the pillar. So what? There's nothing. You just put it there, but it's not work for them. Exactly same like that. There's the majority of human beings. We still follow that way. Even you're not getting, but you have to do these things, right? Makes your life difficult. Why they have to do these things? Too much attached to their reputation. Too much anger, too much ego. So even You don't have happy, you have to do this way. So everything you're doing is for sake of others, looks like, or other people think I'm good or something. You also have ruining your life, not really happy life. So that kind of lifestyle, becoming your lifestyle is it's just showing things. The real daily life is not happy. All of this mistake because of each of these destructive emotion. Too much attached to one's own reputation, fame, too much anger, too much competition, jealousy. These destructive emotions makes your life miserable, right? So oneself become a slave of this destructive emotion. So through understanding of each of these disadvantages of your own destructive emotion, then what we need to do, now I learn I really need to stop this destructive emotion. I really need to eliminate this destructive emotion, to reduce them, right? Suppress them, finally completely eliminate them. To do that, you have to have desire first, wish to change them, wish to get rid of them, right? Wish to overcome them. That type of wish is called self-compassion, right? So today we might meditate on that. What is the benefit of this self-compassion? When you sincerely feel from your heart, I really wish to change all my destructive emotion. When you become so familiar with this wish, what they're going to do, it helps you to become very sensitive on your destructive emotion. Anytime this destructive emotion arises, you feel, oh, there's a destructive emotion. You're recognizing them. It creates you some kind of dislike, some kind of get rid of them. When you have that destructive emotion, when it arises, it's not going to take over you, right? It's the two different. It's there, but there's powerless because you are not welcoming them. So it's remain powerless. It's then easily it can decline because you are not supporting them, right? It helps. Then next, when you meditate compassion to all beings, these are directly antidote to your anger. So therefore today, we are doing this self-compassion meditation. So during this compassion meditation, it's not just visualize this, or it's not only that way, right? It's have to feel from your heart, really feel, believing on understanding and build that inner feeling. So when the feeling arises, wish to overcome all your destructive emotion, when the feeling arises, that's called self-compassion. You hold it, right? You just remain with that feeling. Support that, build it, cultivate it, that feeling. So slowly, slowly it becomes stronger, stronger. When this feeling becomes very strong, then any time when the destructive emotion comes, it's not going to take over you, right? So that's what we're going to do today, self-compassion. So we're going to start the meditation now. So what I'm going to do, you use this first sound of the singing bowl. As soon as when you hear this sound, your mind, and for a few seconds, just focus on that sound, right? Only the sound of the singing bowl. When the sound completely disappeared, just for a few seconds, your mind is still aware, but not engaged to any external objects, just like a space. Remain empty, like a space, for a few seconds. But then we're going to focus on breathing meditation, focus on your breath, and then slowly guide to the self-compassion meditation. Okay, now we'll start. Now for a few seconds, keep your mind like a space. Now you should focus on your breath. When you inhale, you should be aware you are inhaling. Same when you exhale. Inhaling with a mindful, exhaling with a mindful. Keep your mind relaxed and just aware present moment of your breath. Slowly, when your mind is calmed down, now you should look in your own mind and recognize if you have depressions, fears, any type of worries, anxiety, sadness, loneliness. So any type of mental pains and sufferings you have, should recognize them. Just go deep of your heart. Some kind of those mental pains been there for decades. Some kind of mental pains maybe for temporary, comes and goes. But it is important to recognize each of those mental pains you have. Don't ignore them. Don't hide them. Whatever you hold, pain, bad memories, anything, recognize all of those mental pains. So all these mental pains and sufferings you have right now, where they're coming from, why you've been experiencing these sufferings, to question to oneself. Of course, there's external conditions, either job, either families, business, or anything. But these are just as a conditions. But the root causes is within your mind, which are anger. So recognize how much anger you have, how often you use that anger in your daily lives. When you're in home, when you drive, when you're in office, when you're dealing with the people, on the things you see, you hear. So how often you use anger, hatred, resentment. So don't look to other people, just look yourself and recognize how often you feel jealous when you see, when you hear somebody will become success, and arrogance and ego when you get something, when you gain something, how often you use that. Then selfish, greed, attachments. So look, all these destructive emotions, and you've been using that. You've been living with these destructive emotions for decades and decades, and oftenly we're using these. And these destructive emotions not only causes or disturbing your mind or causes mental suffering, they also creates all your behaves. So how often you use harsh word, telling lie, gossiping, using slanders, divisive words to other family, other groups, accusing them, criticizing them, and your physical also behave, how often you shows violent, negative behaves. So all these actions you used with your families, to your neighbors, to your co-workers and other peoples, just reflect all these negative actions, the habits you have. Utilizing these negative actions, the behave, what's the result? It's destroying your dignities, your values, your relationships, your friendships, your reputations, fames, everything's. Because of that, what you feel guilt, you feel loneliness, you feel sadness, feeling of depression, fear. So all kind of, again, back to these mental pains and sufferings. So through this understanding of disadvantages of your destructive emotion, the good thing is, in today, how difficult life you are, how painful life you have, everything's are changeable. It's curable. So you don't need to feel hopeless. How much mental pains you have, changeables. Because I mentioned earlier, these destructive emotions are separable. These destructive emotions who ruins your life are curable, are changeable, because of nature of your mind is pure. So through that you should generate encouraging oneself, build your hope. But this is your self-responsibility. You are the one can able to change, nothing else. You have a power exactly the same to every beings. You have potential, but it is self-responsibility. Through that you should generate strong desire, wish to change all these destructive emotions which you have right now, any negative thoughts, emotions you're holding toward oneself, towards others, wish to change them, wish to reduce them, wish to stop them, wish to free from them. And it's not just think, it's not just visualize from your heart. You really, really feel it. Wish to free from all these negative thoughts, emotions you have. Wish to free from all these negative actions and behave. You used to do it. Through that wish to free from all your mental pains and sufferings. Called the self-compassion. So meditate on self-compassion. Wish to free from all those mental pains and suffering, and the causes of mental pains and sufferings, which are your negative thoughts, emotions, and your negative actions. So when you really feel it, and you just hold it, that feeling, and keep your mind is still relaxed, calm, and just simple wish is just free from all those mental pains and suffering, and the main causes of those mental pains and sufferings, which are all your negative thoughts, emotions, mental afflictions, and your negative actions, behavior and habits you have. Wish to change them, wish to reduce them, and finally wish to completely eliminate them. So just hold that feeling. So try to feel it, try to experience, not just only thinking level. From your heart, you really, really wish to free from all those pains, mental pains and sufferings, and the causes of those mental pains and sufferings are your own mental afflictions, negative thoughts, emotions, your negative behavior and habits. So wish to stop them, reduce them, suppress them, finally completely eliminate them. So when you really, really feel it, and just hold that feeling of wish to free from all your mental pains and suffering and causes of your mental pains and sufferings. Now you should specific focus on your mental pains, any type of mental suffering you have, for instance, anxiety or fear or worry, depressions, loneliness, any kind of mental pains you have, and certain type of the mental suffering you may quite oftenly using, specific focus from these mental sufferings, and visualize them as a form of smoke at your heart. Manifest as a form of smoke at your heart. And generate strong desire, wish to free from them, wish to get rid of them. And determine yourself, I will going to eliminate them. Out of that determination, when you exhale, you should release those smokes with your breath. Take a deep breath and release them. Again, take a deep breath and let them go. Once again, take a deep breath and release them. You should visualize these mental pains and sufferings are completely purified. Now you look at one of the causes of those pains is your behave. So recognize all your bad behaviors and habits, your negative actions you used to do when you're in home, when you're in office or public place, wherever. Seeing those actions, those behaviors are the causes of your suffering. It's nothing benefit to you, destroying you. Through that you should strong committed yourself. We're going to stop this. We're going to change it. Finally, completely eliminate them. And you should determine yourself. Then all those behave in bad habits, your actions, negative actions you used to do, visualize them as a form of smoke in your heart. Then same, when you exhale, you should release them. Take a deep breath and release them. Take a deep breath and release them. Once again, make sure you really wish to stop them. Take a deep breath and release them. Finally, you should visualize all those bad behavior and habits. Your actions are completely purified. Now, main causes of all this problem is your negative emotions, your mental afflictions, any negative thoughts. So these negative thoughts you have right now, seeing them, these are the poison. These are the ones who create all these sufferings. And this is the only you can stop that, you can change. So generate strong desire, wish to change, reduce them, finally completely eliminate them. And you should determine yourself, I will definitely going to change them, suppress them, finally completely eliminate them. Out of this strong determination, visualize all your negative thoughts, emotions, afflictions you have. Visualize them as a form of smoke in your heart. Specific certain type of negative thoughts you may often be using. Visualize them as a form of smoke at your heart. And out of strong determination, wish to get rid of them. When you exhale, you should release them with your breath. Take a deep breath and release them. Take a deep breath and release them. Once again, take a deep breath and release them. Finally, you should visualize all these negative thoughts, emotions are completely purified. Now your mind remain very pure, clean, and feel that calmness, the joy of your mind, the peace. Just experience that joy. Okay, so this is called the self-compassion meditation. So now, after this meditation, most important part is you should just always set up the intention. Purpose of I'm meditating here. I come here for all the way from your home, maybe early morning you have to wake up or whatever, you sacrifice your life to do this meditation is for sake of change something. So I'm going to use this meditation in my day-to-day life. Started from my home. So that you need to set up that intention. So when you really set up the intention that, and then when you go back to the home, it's reminding you. When you see your family members did something wrong, as soon as when you feel angry, you're going to shout it, it sometimes clicks you. Oh, I remember this. So it's something helps. So that's the important part. So use that. Mainly what that means how should I use? Doesn't mean, oh, my family make a mistake, so I meditate self-compassion, I just accept it. That doesn't mean that. But that's usually it's called the blind compassion. That's not going to work, right? When they make a mistake, of course we have to change them. We have to stop them. Stopping the mistake is for happy family, right? When you stop mistake, less mistake, more happier. So purpose of stopping these things is for happiness within the family, within your job, place, wherever, right? So when you do stop these things, sometime maybe the nice talk, sometime whatever you try to go to the peaceful way, it didn't work. It's not going to work that way. So sometime I have to show as a wrathful, strong person, right? But you can show very wrathful, strong out of love. Another word is without anger, you can show it. Very difference. Without anger, when you show, your mind is under your control. Means you can able to utilize your intelligence. Which way I should use to stop these things. When you become very much angry, then when you use your intelligence is completely eliminated, make useless by your emotion. Decisions come from your emotion is not good. Emotions don't see furthermore. It only look front there, make lots of mistake. So intelligence, when you have, you can able to see from 10 directions. This angle, that angle, it gives you many solutions how to talk, how to deal with this. Wrathful way, peaceful way, it's more relaxing. Without anger, when you use the word, the other person much easier to accept it. Out of anger, when you use the word, whatever you use the word, the other side is completely shut down. It's not going to listen. It's not going in there. But that doesn't mean they're not hearing. They're hearing, but they're not listening. It's that emotion change, your tone, everything. So therefore, sometimes you're thinking they're not hearing. You're making louder, louder. Of course they're hearing. Even your neighbor's hearing. Why not this person here? Right? But when you become so much emotion, your mind is too much emotion, not intelligent. So it's not work. Common sense is not working there. Makes you more stupid. So you behave that way, and that creates more problems. So therefore, utilize these things means what that means. Of course, we have to fix the problems. Anything when they're fixing the problem without anger, right? Without jealousy. Then you can act anything, peaceful way, wrathful way. So without anger, when you go, first they always try to go with the peaceful, because nature of our mind is very peaceful, very pure. Their first choice is peaceful. But when they see there's no way to work this way, then they use second choice. Second choice is not they want to do it. There's no other solution. It's very different. Anger, they just directly go to the second choice, wrathful way. So that's how it's ruining. Sometimes problem is not big, small problem. Because of too much your anger, that makes this small problem huge big. How you react it, how you handle it, the problem. When you become too much negative emotion, when you handle any problem, it's a very negative way. It really gives you so much fear, worry. When your mind is really calm, peaceful, even problem is quite big things, but you can tolerate it. It's not that makes you something big pain. It's the tolerance. Tolerance doesn't mean, oh, it's okay, it's not big deal. That doesn't mean that way. Sometimes people misunderstanding. Tolerance, which means you tolerate to not feel negative. You tolerate to not feel something pain, negative way, right? You control this peaceful. Still problem there. You looking the solution, the problem. You are not stuck into the problem. It's very differences. When you encounter with the problem, many people, when you become so negative, you're stuck with the problem. You are not looking to solution. You're stuck there. That makes you more angry, more upset, more fear, getting worse and worse. When you're positive mind, okay, you know this is a problem. This is the mistake. Now you're looking how to fix this problem. That's called looking forward. Looking forward doesn't mean you ignore the problem, right? You fully aware your problem. Looking forward means your mind is looking how to stop, how to change that, looking solution. It's very different. Compassion is like that. You know all this suffering, you're seeing this suffering, then you're looking forward how to get rid of this suffering. So it's not that makes you very painful, little pain, but you're not stuck with that. So sometimes without compassion, when you encounter with the suffering, your family, others, it makes you so pain and you feel hopeless. Then you feel stuck into the negative. Then that's why sometimes you do not want to think about the suffering because it bothers you. That means you're stuck into those pain, right? Compassion is you aware the suffering, you're looking forward, which means, so compassion is not easy meditation. Compassion is you understanding these sufferings are changeable, curable. There's a hope, right? So you have to be smart. So to learn this emotion, all different type of the mind, how they work, how they're functioning. So similarly, utilizing this self-compassion to day-to-day life, everybody, we have a struggle. Not only you guys, as a monk and us, we also have a problem, right? Sometimes you say, oh, you guys happy. Some people say, I want to be a monk. I say, why? Then their thinking is, monk means you something, liberation or something. They're happy. Of course not. We all are same in samsara, right? We're born into there. So whoever born into the mud, they will stuck into the mud because you're born there. So we all born into this samsara, means suffering of this mundane world. We all stuck into there. Everybody has issues and problems. But how should you handle this? Even you have so much problem, how should you handle it? Another word is, how should you still remain happy in peace? That possible, right? External problem doesn't mean I have to always be depressed, right? That's your mind. How should you handle it? So that's why these compassions are the mind who look different angle. Problem is the same, everybody has. But the mind, how much these problems affect to your life is not only rely on the problem, it's the person's mind. How should you handle this problem, right? So some people, the problem is very simple, but it may create very painful, really worry. Some people, the problem is quite big, but it's not that much painful for them. They still live quite peaceful and happy. That's possible. So therefore, these self-compassion meditations are the tool. Use this tool, how to handle, how to use this not that much affect you, to create pain to you. How should you use this issue to not create too much anger, too much hatred, too much negative, right? That's the purpose of this self-compassion. We train here as an army. We go to the training ground, right? They train. The purpose of training is go to the war, then you use it. That's the purpose. When the war comes, they run, then what's the point to go to the training, right? Exactly the same. We're doing here training, this self-compassion, go back to your real life. Family, drama, or whatever, right? Everybody have issues. Now you should exercise that, utilize that. Means handle it, not ignore them, right? Not hide them. How should I handle? Peaceful way, not harms to it. Still keep my mind calm, peaceful to deal with this problem. So that's the kind of the purpose of doing this self-compassion meditation. Therefore, it's not just 20, 30 minutes meditate, but also we learn this tool, how to utilize this to build yourself. This is the purpose of use this tool in my struggle, in my daily lives, right? That you have to have that intention and then learn how to handle. But that doesn't mean one time you meditate and I can use it. Of course, this is impossible. It takes times, months and months, right? But even little point, of helping, such little things, it's very good. That's how you need to increase that. So start it even sometimes you cannot do it, but your mind is already, oh, this I should do this way. That's how they started. So final thing is, we keep this meditation, use this meditation to remain oneself more positive mind, behaves much better, and that influence to your family members, and that influence to your co-workers through the society, then we can create this society more peaceful way. That's the purpose of this meditation. Thank you. Thank you.